I figured switching to Audacity to record this shit's gonna turn out with better quality than keeping to use the built-in. Now it is kind of awkward trying to figure out how to make new parts start and balance with things like that, ending in our intros, outros. Just hopefully it's alright. Last time we finished raiding the camp, killed everyone. This time we're picking up supplies, cooking up some food for ourselves. Also, I did the liberties of writing down a list of topics of things we can cover, so we're going to be covering things like items, armors, and other such things like that, just to give us something to talk about and make sure we don't repeat ourselves. I typically like to do cryonists cross bridges, bodies of water like that. I like it, but I know it can be really slow-paced. I like to keep a lookout for treasures in the water. I think finding treasures in the water is one of the more fun things. Sometimes you can grab them with magnesis, sometimes you can grab them with just cryonis if they're made of wood. This guy over here I spotted, I was like, yeah, it's a Korok, and I'm gonna go by the policy of if I see it, I'll get it. But if I don't, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I survived, I think, off of maybe 40 Korok seeds and not even that many upgrades. I'm going out of my way here for the ancient parts because I like to try and get stuff off the Guardians because they're just free, they're there, you're going to want them. Using bombs for fishing is also pretty efficient. Not exactly the most accurate, but I mean, if you can get it to work, go for it. It's always free stuff. Most of the fish stuff is free to use. Sometimes you'll find treasure chests also hidden in the ground. I'm trying to go so much with what's going on. Admittedly, the frame rate's kind of choppy because it's not used to running at 4 times speed, so sometimes I might miss or skip something that might not have been super clear. I'm going with it. This is a first time experience for both of us. There's plenty of ground to cover, more ancient parts. Now, I know on the direction I should be going towards the red spot, but because of the whole corrupt footage and crash thing, I'm going out of my way to try and retrace my steps. I guess I could probably start talking, yeah. Oh, that was an accidental drop, but it worked out pretty beneficial. I think I got him. Anyway, I'm trying so hard not to, repeat anything said. Yeah, here's the introduction of money. It is in the game. I mean, technically we found money earlier, but now you guys know indefinitely. Also, whenever you pick up a rock, just kind of mash, and sometimes you'll find something underneath it. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but recently it's just decided that I'm stealth killing these guys, despite the fact that they actively see me walk up behind them. So it is what it is. I guess going over things like boomerangs real quick, because I feel like it's nice that they thought about that and they thought of including it, and it's kind of like a cool thing of, oh man, I really like this. But it feels like the argument of weapon breaking kind of really comes short, because when you look at the fact that there's varieties of situations in which you can use any of these weapons, it really kind of makes you feel bad, the idea that things like weapons can break, because you've got all these different types with staves, two-handed weapons, swords, boomerangs, and other such things, bows that we haven't covered yet. And right here, of course, that you'll really notice, as I learned a lot from the How I'm Bad at Everything video. So stasis was really how I was supposed to get to that one item on the Eventide Island. Sometimes there's signposts, sometimes you're following a trail. That's an easy Korok, just push it in there. I thought about using stasis, but I was like, I could just push that. There's not really a need for it. In regards to, because I know there's some DQ scrubs that well actually they're just considered Octoroks. Yeah.
Yeah.
My best advice to you is just about everything you have is going to be worthwhile. So even amber, probably don't sell it just because you're going to want it for other things later and you don't want to have to grind on it. The things I think are the absolute most disposable are going to be things like apples, shrooms, and then some of the most basic of parts like the moblin and bokoblin stuff. If you ever get like a dish that's like you cooked it, but it turned out way better. If I could fucking navigate this travesty of a menu, it turned out way better than you had planned. You can sell that too. So if I cook something that healed like 10 million hearts, but I only have 5, then I can get rid of it because I don't know, it just serves a little bit more use like that. Like this, I could probably get 50 out of it. That's worthwhile. So that's my advice to you: is sell something that you feel you don't need. But trust me when I say most of the stuff you're picking up that's not food, you're going to need. So if you don't want to grind it, probably don't sell it. Meat is another example of stuff you can sell if you want to do that. Cook it. That's an easy way to get the value up as well. There you go. I did not want to buy that, but thanks. You don't have anything I want just because I already have plenty of arrows, more than I really need. But yeah, there you go. If you want any of this stuff, hardy truffles are good, really good. I just don't feel like buying them. That's all. Better watch yourself, boys. It's not even what I wanted to do. I'll beat your ass with a tree branch. I want to switch to the bombs again. If I could take the sword from him, that'd be helpful. We could use this. That works. That was easy. Care anymore? Did I take his sword? No. Where's his sword? Excuse me. There you go. I've been dying to get a one-handed sword because that'll make doing what I want to do really easy. Now, since that stuff's laying on the floor, that can burn away. But if Link's holding it, it won't burn away. I don't think, as far as I know, it can't. Unfortunately, a lot of their body parts did, but oh well. That's pretty good. Okay, I was going to start mentioning things about Octoroks and strategies we can use like that, because I think also that's a nice way to go over certain post-commentary stuff. With Octoroks in water, you generally just shoot an arrow at them. They're really annoying. They've got insanely long range, but sometimes it basically acts as Deku scrubs. But Octoroks in the grass, if you can find out where they are, you can walk up to them, put a bomb right next to them, and then just blow it up. Now, in regards to things I'm doing here, where I'm spin attacking the ground and picking up stuff, that's just because by cutting grass, certain creatures just spawn, so you can get hightail lizards easily, and you can get restless crickets easily, so you can use that for potions by just walking around, spin attack, and then just repeat over and over. You could also use your shield to bounce Octorok things back. Right there, I'm trying to get a Korok thing to work, but it doesn't feel like working for whatever reason, so I just gave up and said, fuck it. Yeah, so I think right over here I'm trying, and then you get his attention, then just detonate the bomb, and it's like that. That's the easiest thing I found. You can use your shield, but I feel like it doesn't bounce back all the way, and it doesn't work like you want it to. So you try, but sometimes it just goes over them or under them, and it's not all that reliable. Arrows you could do, it's a little bit less safe to do it that way, and sometimes you don't have a choice when doing with the actual ones in the water. I do find them so infuriatingly annoying in this game. Like they are insanely hard to deal with. Right now I'm just wandering around grabbing all the mushrooms while in the forest. Sneaky river snows are weird because despite the whole sneaky idea, they stand out like a sore thumb. They turn bright green and really visible. What other things can we talk about? Iron shrooms. Those are, you never need those for anything, so you can feel free to cook those to your heart's content. They're really good. Usually defense up's about like 50 seconds per item. Sometimes when you stack a whole bunch of them, you can get up to like 3 times defense, which is really good. There's a couple chests in this body of water I'm looking for, and then I spot another shrine. These were the other 2 that I got in the recording that didn't quite turn out. I tried using OBS to see if that would fix the problem, but OBS was capturing the software at 2 frames a second, which was quite infuriating. I wasn't exactly a fan of it. I mean, I didn't have any crashes, so the idea is I know that it's not a software problem, it's just a hardware problem, which makes it a little bit more irritating. Alright. You're going to come across plenty of stables. There's basically 1 in each region, and each one has a shrine right next to it, so you can easily teleport here. The stables are basically the places where you can register your horse. I'm not going to be using horses. I don't particularly like them because it's a game about climbing, and horses can't climb. There's always a cooking pot here, so you guys can use that. Usually there'll be people with side quests and stuff as well. Beetle will be right here, so you can always talk to Beetle, and yeah, we haven't made acquaintance yet. Actually, just stick with Beetle. Forgot my face, yep. The Beetle ship backpack, yep. Yep, okay. Okay. And then he'll sell you shit. He guarantees has arrows all the time, and then some. These bottom 3 will vary on what region you're in. I don't particularly buy anything but arrows, but I mean, again, I've got over 100, so I don't really need to buy anything, and I don't really have the funds to do it. And I've already discussed selling stuff. This, I want to say, yeah, EX, so it's about extras, and I want to say this is about, stuff hidden inside of the Hyrule Castle. I don't think you actually have to find these to trigger it, but just in case, you know, we'll see how it goes. That's, DLC stuff, update for you. Wasn't there someone with a side quest? Were you the one with a side quest? I might actually need to... No, I can just go to the shrine, it's fine. Do you have anything worthwhile to say or no? Head north Hyrule Field, you see the castle surrounded by that. Yeah. Oh, this? The royal recipe? Oh, I really don't care for your 10 years of dialogue. It's a cookbook. Anyway, you get side quests like this. 100% of the side quests are all just money. Do it if you feel you need to. I'm not doing them. I don't care. Here, you can also do this and that'll trigger it. Now it just shows where he is. It doesn't show you where to go, which is fucking useless. But yeah, I want to switch this back to Impa. Yeah, I really don't find it useful. It's a shame because it's like, you know, those things used to be interesting and exciting, get you a piece of heart, but they're completely nullified here. Now it's storming out, so here, let me walk outside real quick. I keep getting these fucking buttons confused. So anything that's got this little twinkle around it means that it can get me struck by lightning. So ideally, if you don't want to get struck by lightning, don't have anything metal on you. I'm surprised the bow doesn't count. That's why it's always important to have at least some non-metal things. The worst part about raining is the idea that this is a game about climbing. You can't climb when it's raining. Allow me to demonstrate the bad game design. If you try, it's just going to be like, oh no, you'll slide. Well, I guess it doesn't work on trees. But it doesn't allow you to climb, and it's fucking stupid. It's basically like what would happen if Shadow of the Colossus had a random rain feature that told you, now you can't play the game, you have to wait till it's over. Because you can't build a fire right here and skip past it because it's fucking raining. It's just a really dumb design mechanic, and I hate it. We're gonna track it. Okay, apparently putting my phone on the thing reset it. There you are. Now, I remembered that don't touch this, it's already literally set up right for you. and then you can just climb up here and take this treasure. It's to demonstrate the point, because I kind of forgot you could climb on this shit. But basically we just kind of need to put these all over there. Firstly we need to get that one. So push you up against there and then basically play Jenga again. It's not too difficult. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if it is perfect, good for you. Bonus points. It just needs to be, I don't know, stacked enough that it makes sense. Look, there you go. It's not perfect, but who cares? Link doesn't. And then we need this to try and get us across, because the blocks aren't going to be tall enough without it. Let me see, can I just put it right on top? I mean, I guess I could also try and maybe use it as a ladder. Come here. Thank you. Try and distance it just a little bit, so this way it can support that. It'll auto flip it over, so you don't gotta worry about trying to rotate it. That should work. Come. There. The hardest part is getting this thing to balance on. Helps if you're down here. What happened? I did not approve of this. Well, that just doesn't help anybody. Perfect. That worked beautifully. Now, just try and... That was a mistake. I hit the wrong thing. I hit D-pad instead of control stick. So instead of lowering it, I brought it closer to me. Good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you can get across it. That's all a game cares about. Okay, I want to say something about Beetle real quick, and that is that sometimes you will find beetles inside this game, and if he spots, if he notices that you're carrying them, he will take them from you. He'll offer you a deal, and usually he'll give you something like an attack up potion or something like that. There's a variant of beetle that you do need to upgrade, so maybe don't if it's that one, but in other words, there's another beetle that's completely useless, and I guess if you have those, feel free to. I know that it does seem a little bit slow-paced. Restless crickets aren't needed for anything, so that's kind of like... There's a side quest where you can go ahead and get like 100 restless crickets, and I remember doing that. I think you can also buy some. If you cook up about 4 restless crickets and then 1 monster part, that will give you a full stamina wheel. I do not think any monster parts are more significant than others. Like, I'm pretty sure it's literally considered all the same. So if you use like a bokoblin horn, that shouldn't be any different from like a boss guts or anything like that. So you should be fine with this. Now right here, I'm gonna start fucking around real quick because I'm trying to drop this on her head and get it as high as I can, but it doesn't quite work. I like that it actually bonked off her head, but she responded a little bit prematurely. Anyway, sometimes you get shrine quests like this. Look, aren't they lovely? I wanted to see how the shrine would look with flowers around it. It's wonderful. Please, feel free to take a closer look. Just don't step on them. I'm gonna save real quick. Now, here's what happens. No, you must not hurt the flowers. They are screaming out in pain. How many times do I have to say it? Please treat the flowers with care. They're living things, you know. I wonder. She doesn't seem to care about lighting them on fire, I guess. Yeah, pretty sure she always brings you down to 1 heart, but I think this psychopath is pretty well known. But in case you didn't, now you do. Alright, let's try this without stepping on them then. Because if you do, she'll just bring you back to the beginning and you gotta try it all over. But it's not too bad. At least not as bad as it might seem. Thank you. I think chew jellies are one of those, you know, kind of like mob ones where you're going to be getting so many of them you can sell them if you want to. But I like to stockpile them because there's going to be time you want chew jelly parts. So I'm just trying to be considerate towards your needs. Alright, now I'm pretty sure you actually have to jump this. And you made it. The majority of the time when you do a shrine quest, it rewards you by not having to do any bullshit inside the shrine, but I don't think this is one of those cases. Yeah, they still want you to do something. Anyway, this is pretty simple. You're supposed to wait on that little thing and then just go across it, but like, fuck that. I missed. I didn't miss. I made it and then I gave up. I'm beautiful. In every single way. No words can't bring me down. But this fucking raft... Thank you. That was difficult. Anyway. I know, because I had to do this. I made sure to go out of my way and try and redo all this shit, as I'm sure I've probably said in post-commentary. It's really kind of like trippy to like refuse saying certain things because you're like, well, save it for post. Anyway, that's that. Like, I'm not really sure why they even made the puzzle. And they're like, it's drift. Like, no. Those are a little tint, so you can, that's a treasure chest. I didn't get that last time. Hold on a sec. Can I magnesis it? No? Cryonis it is, then. Wow, I guess that's a little bit of a benefit. Alright, move faster. Yeah, I missed this one. That's cool with me. Goodbye. Like, there's really nothing hard about this one. So it won't matter too much. It does not matter. It do not matter. Alright, so I deliberately step on the flowers here just to shortcut myself back. That's a nice little tip if you want to go ahead and save yourself the effort. At that moment, I noticed that there was a hardy radish inside those flowers that I really wanted to get, but I couldn't get it, which kind of made me upset because those are really good items. There's a lot of ways you can cheat health and stamina if you cook it the right way, and that's the kind of a thing I end up abusing. A lot of cut grass moving forward as we do. I accidentally fall off this bridge. I'm not trying to, but then I just kind of like get a little bit too close to the edge, and then I'm like, well, shit. And this Octorok doesn't exactly let up either. He keeps trying to bother me, which doesn't help. Killing the Octoroks actually can be quite beneficial because sometimes they'll carry fish on them, So that's quite nice. That's a thing I haven't said yet, but should mention. I enjoy doing that. Some enemies will have other things, like the bokoblins typically have seared steaks, which that's another thing to mention. Certain items like that can be stacked, so seared steaks, blackened crabs, and such. Most meals end up taking a spot in your inventory, as for those ones can actually be counted up, and that's another thing I abuse. I wonder. Nah. Hey, friends! This one's a little bit memorable to me because I got stuck here for a long time. Pick that. Oh! Okay. That was when I realized this is a hard game. In the beginning. Yo, he threw a bomb at a rock at his friend. And they are actually quite smart. I'm gonna go for this guy. He's the bigger threat. There we go. Go ahead, give him a burning stab. Give you a burning stab. I actually kind of didn't want to do that, but it's okay. Quickly eat something before we take another hit. This'll work. And eat another. If you don't take liberties with your weapons, this thing's even harder, because I sure wasn't my first time. Here, let me make sure I'm not leaving anything behind. Alright, pal. Time to pay the piper. I don't think anyone cares. Oh, wait, hold on. At least I got one of them. Oh, this is difficult. Ah, we got him. It is actually quite hard using this stuff as a weapon. Sometimes. We're making it work. Holy crap. Oh, he got me. There. I'll be taking that. That wasn't what I wanted. There. Now then, I believe I have some unfinished business with this box. How would you like to die? That was easy. Oh yeah, that feels good. I believe yeah. If I could just... Alright, I got him. There we go. I think that's all of them. Oh, no, there's more. This isn't working. Move, idiot! Jesus, he was stuck underwater for like 10 minutes. There. Ooh, that's good. I want broadswords right now. Alright, what can I get rid of?